Hey guys, it's JD from Ponzo World, and today we're unboxing and reviewing this fitness tracker made by Ulvench. Now this is a $29 fitness tracker that you can find on Amazon. Links will be in the description below. And yeah, I guess there's not much more to say about it, so let's go ahead and show you around the box. Now, I guess one thing I want to say real quick is that please excuse my fingers. They're all dirty and greasy because I was working on my car earlier today, and well, I cleaned them up the best that I can, but they're still a little bit dirty. Anyway, so here it is, front of the box here, fitness tracker, your health tracker. It can monitor your heart rate, as you can see there. On the side here, heart rate monitor, step pedometer, distance, calories, and sedentary alert. I didn't know that was a thing. Anyways, there you go. On the back here, you can see some more specs about it, what it could do. Here's a label if you want to look at that. In this case, I'm unboxing the blue one. And then the side of it here, you can kind of see what it looks like. So I guess let's go and get into it. So focus the camera, and let's pop the top open. And all right, here it is. And there is instructions right here, a user guide, whatever you want to call it. Right there, it's pretty thick. Oh, that's why. It's in different languages. Yep, sure enough. So that's nice. And then here is basically a thing if you have any troubles with it. It tells who to contact. And then also back here it has like things that can possibly happen, such as how to reboot and if it won't charge, stuff like that. You can see there. So there you go. Let's go and take this out. Focus the camera. And all right, pretty nice so far. See there the bottom of it. Cool. So let's go and peel this off. And from what I can tell, there is really no buttons at all. So I believe to turn this on, you have to put it in a USB port, which you do by popping off one of these things here. Okay, so you have to pop off the wristband to get to where you charge it, which is going to take a few seconds. I'm sure the more you use it, it'll come off easier. Come on. I did this earlier on another one. It's getting there. There you go. And then you plug this into a wall brick and it'll turn on. So I'm just gonna do that real quick for just a second, because that's basically how you turn on the thing. So over here I have a USB. Let's plug that in for just a second. Then I have time to turn on. And okay, it looks like it's dead. So the other one I got wasn't dead, but I'll go in and leave this in the wall brick for a few minutes, and I'll go ahead and let it turn on. All right, so I've been messing around with this thing for a few days now, and I guess what I could go ahead and say so far is that this thing is really cool. It seems to be working really good. Now, of course, I haven't been wearing this, all day. For a few days, I've been wearing my Apple Watch mainly. But for probably, 20 minutes or so each day, I put it on my wrist, and I just kind of mess around with things. I'm trying to find what everything does, stuff like that. So, and as you can tell, that I haven't really worn this thing, a bunch, is that in here in the app, I've only taken 129 steps, and that's just walking around the house and stuff with, with it on my wrist. So, I haven't gone that far, but I've mainly just been sitting on my bed or a couch or whatever, and just been messing around with it. So, I guess I'll go in and start off with the features first. So, on the actual watch, to control it for everything, the main button is right here. It's actually not even a button. It's just basically part of the touch screen, I guess you could call it. You press this and it turns on. You can also have it so then it's kind of like an Apple Watch or something, where you turn your wrist. Sometimes it does it. There we go. keep in mind, it ain't an Apple Watch, so it ain't gonna be, you know, $500, you know, perfection, stuff like that. But here we have different watch faces. You can customize them in the app, which I'll go over in just a minute. But let's go and turn it on. So first mode, we have the steps counter, which in this case 129. And if I press this, long press to enter, and that's actually the button, not the screen. There you go. You can see here basically 0.6 miles, stuff like that. Press it again, 2 minutes, 5 calories, stuff like that. Go on to the next thing. We can measure the heart rate, which it's automatically doing right now. 72 beats per minute, so there you go. Now here we have walk, it's long press. Oh, and it's doing a countdown. Okay, so normally right now I'd be walking, running, or doing whatever, and it'd be counting my heartbeat, and it'd be counting the time, stuff like that. So I assume to end it, you press the button. Oh no, it goes through different things. So 0 steps, because obviously I haven't moved. And then 18 seconds, calories, miles, pace, average pace, PM. Oh, is that time? Oh yeah, it is. Because it's 4 p.m. right now. Okay, that's pretty nice. Press that again, and you can see there. It's going through all of it. So what else? Anything? Nope, it goes right back. So that's all the things in the running or walking. So let me go in and figure out how to actually end this, which you might do by long pressing. Oh, yep, sure enough. That's cool. All right, so let's go ahead and go into the other features. Here we have run, which is going to be basically the same things as walk, except you're running. And then here we have bike, which I'm assuming is basically the same things. Let's go and check it out. Does the countdown, which it vibrates, by the way. Yep, beats per minute, time, calories, miles, pace, average pace, time, and beats per minute again. Alright. Let's go through this, and there we are right back at the main screen. So I'll go ahead and load up the app now and show off some of the features in there. Alright, so here we have the app, and let me go ahead and see what it's called. It's called Very Fit Pro. That's what it looks like right there. And then let's go and launch it. So here it is. Right here on the main screen, we have the number of steps you've taken, sports targets, stuff like that. Of course, you can change that. And here we have calories burned, distance, stuff like that. See here. Let's go in and click on device, see what that does. So here we have, okay, so basically what I've done all week, which is in this case nothing, because I haven't really walked very far with this thing. Activities, week distance, you see there. Sleep, which you can of course wear this during your sleep, so it'll track that. Heart rate, there you go. So let's go and click on plus and see what that does. Oh, okay, so you basically add an exercise. So let's click on this. Okay, yeah, you can see their type of activity. There you go. So that's pretty cool. Click back. Here we have device. You can see there, that's the model number, stuff like that. Battery capacity, which this thing I've had on, I charged it to 100%. I've had it on for 2 or 3 days, and it's only at 90%, which is really good, because if you charged up, for an example, an Apple Watch to 100 and then just left it for a few days, it'll probably be at, I don't know, 70. And I didn't turn this thing off or anything. It's just sitting on the counter, and it's just been sitting there, not off or anything. So that's very good. Battery capacity is apparently very nice. This thing will last days on just a single charge, and it takes a very short time to charge. I believe it took an hour for me. So here we have call alert, which you can turn on. You can see there. Let's click back. Sedentary alert, which I'm still not 100% sure what that is. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up in just a minute, which I'll do off camera. Here we have alarm alert, which in this case it's off, but you can add it for example, like 6:30 in the morning or something, and it'll wake you probably by just buzzing. Here we have SNS alert, which, okay, so those are notifications. And then here we have camera, which is actually a really cool feature. So if I click on this just vibrated, and you can see here. So here I have this. I'm going to set it just like that, okay? See that there? Then I'm going to swipe up on this, and it's taking photos. So let's go ahead and hold this in one hand, try to do it again. You can see that I just took a photo, and there it is right there. So very cool. You can take photos of, obviously not with the watch, but you can basically use this as like a remote. So that's very cool. I don't believe that you can do that with, like, if you're, for an example, in the normal Photos app on iPhone and you swipe that up. I don't think that'll work, but you do have controls in here such as photo. You can press here, take a photo. You have reverse flip for the camera, and then you have flash. So what else? We have heart rate detection, which in this case is set to automatically. You can see there are the other things that you can set it to, such as manually. Click back. Lift the wrist to brighten the screen, which in this case I have on. And then more. Let me go and see what that is. Okay, so it's just even more settings. Activity display, dial setting, device language, stuff like that. You can see here you can also reboot the device. And equipment upgrade, which is to, of course, update it. So over here, user. Okay, so here we have personal info, system settings, stuff like that. Target settings, top today. Let's go and click on system settings and see what we have. Okay, so unit settings, starting day of the week, app version, feedback, and then policies and stuff. So let's click on unit setting, and you can see here you can change it from, for example, pounds to kilograms, Fahrenheit to Celsius, miles to kilometers, stuff like that. So click back, and I'm going to have to find out where you change the watch face. I did that earlier. I believe it's in here. Let me go in and see. I don't know, actually. I'm going to have to find that out. I'll get back with you guys when I find out how to change the watch. Okay, so first of all, I looked up the definition of sedentary, and that'll basically track how long you're sitting for. So if you're, for example, you think you're sitting on the couch for 5 hours a day or something and you want to reduce that, you go in and turn this on and it'll track how long you're sitting for. So that's very cool. I guess if you also want to track, you know, your sleeping and how long you're in bed for exactly, or how long you're laying down, you could track that too. So that's pretty nice. And now I found out how to change the watch face. So you go here to more, and you click on a dial setting. So here it is. This is the one I have chosen, but there's a few. You have this one, which is, well, different. You don't see that very often. And then this one is the normal stock one that you get. Tells the time, date, battery, stuff like that. And then the last one over here, which I'm assuming that little ring will be completed when you meet your goal for the day or for the week or whatever. So that's very cool. I guess I'll go in and set it for this. Let's go in and see how quickly that syncs, actually. Confirm. Very quickly. Okay, that's pretty cool. So, yeah, in this case, the circle is not filled because, well, I simply haven't really walked anywhere. Let's go in and change it to this one. Confirm. Click the button. And, all right, it's pretty much instant. So that's very nice. You can see there. And then I'm going to change it back to the stock one. Click the button, and you can see there. So this is very cool. I really like that you could change these. Of course, you know, you only have 4 options, but that'll be perfectly fine for most people. So I guess what I'll go ahead and do now is give you guys my final opinion. Alright, so this is about a day after I finished up the review of this watch. And I completely forgot to mention that this thing is water resistant, IP68 water resistance. So that will also mean it's dust resistant, etc. So I'm going to give it a water resistance test. So I'm going to fill this up a little bit more. This is just a matter of a few inches deep. You could probably go swimming with this thing and it'll be perfectly fine. But let's go ahead and Make sure it's on, and then just dunk it in. Does it work underwater? No, it doesn't. Well, there you go. It's underwater, as you can tell. Let's go ahead and take it out. And, yep, still working. This button doesn't work, though, when it has water on it. Alright, so, I guess I'm going to leave this in here for probably about a minute longer, and then I'm going to dry it off and make sure it still works. So it was in there for about a minute longer, and I went ahead and dried it off. And, as you can tell, it is now working perfectly fine. See there, I'm pressing the button, that works. It's just because it had water on it, it wasn't. And I believe the heart rate is gonna go. Let's see. Yep, sure enough, still working. Let's go and get away from that. And if you could tell, right here, there is no water or anything behind there. So as far as I'm concerned, this thing is totally water resistant, and like you can go swimming with this, you can wear it in the shower, do whatever, and it'll last perfectly fine.
So overall, what do I think of this fitness tracker? I think it's pretty good for $30. This thing seems really good for the price. Now, build quality is actually really good. This band feels very high quality. It doesn't feel cheap at all. The actual device feels very solid. I believe this is plastic on the front here. Yeah, I'm pressing on it, and it doesn't have much give, but it does have a little bit if you really press on it. So it's plastic on the front, and you can see there I didn't damage the screen or anything by pressing on it. On the side here, it feels like aluminum. On the back here, we have, of course, the heart rate sensor, and just overall build quality on this thing seems very solid. Now for the actual features, you seem to be getting a lot. Now for such as, you know, customization, you don't really get anything to customize other than the watch faces, but that's pretty okay for most people because you're not going to be, you know, constantly looking at it or anything. You're going to look at it, you know, probably once every 20 minutes or something like that. So overall, this thing seems very good for $30. I really like what you can do with it, and I just really like, you know, this little thing. I think it's very much so worth the $30. So I guess if you want to go pick up one of these, links will be in the description below. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video. Hope everybody enjoyed, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.